The Promise Part 25 love story. The jet descended through a calm stretch of midnight clouds, its silver wings glowing faintly under the Florida moon. After nearly 2.5 hours in the air, they were finally landing. Both Chris and Lena had rested for a while, an hour and a half of quiet peace. The cabin lights were dimmed, and the soft hum of the engines filled the silence. Chris had leaned back, watching her sleep lightly beside him. Even in her sleep, her face carried that soft grace that made his heart ache in the best way. He had made a promise to himself on that flight, to respect her, to take things slow, to protect her peace. Lena, far from her home, had stepped into a world completely unknown, and he knew what that required: patience, care, and respect. Outside, the runway lights glimmered like tiny fires. 2 large American model SUVs waited, sleek, black, and polished under the floodlights. One of the cars was for security and the other for them. As they stepped down from the jet, the warm Miami air embraced them. Chris led her to the car himself, carrying her small case. The second car followed behind as security detail. When they got inside, Lena pressed her hand lightly on her chest, overwhelmed by everything. "You know what?" she said softly, looking out through the tinted window. "I just need to keep quiet. Because whatever I say right now could blind my eyes." Chris laughed gently, glancing at her. "You're allowed to speak, you know." She smiled shyly. "No, this is too much. It's like I'm in a dream." He turned toward her slightly, his voice calm. "I know it's a lot. I'm sorry if it all feels too fast." "I didn't mean to overwhelm you." She looked at him, her expression soft. "You didn't overwhelm me, Chris. You surprised me, in the most beautiful way." "This place is like something from a movie." Chris chuckled. "I'm glad you think so. We actually have 3 villas here." Her head turned sharply, eyes wide. 3? Chris, already 1 is too much for me to believe. How can you say 3 villas? He laughed quietly. "Maybe one day the other 2 will be for our children." Her laughter filled the air. "Our children?" she repeated teasingly. "Yes," he said, looking at her with a smile that held more truth than jest. "Don't you like children?" She looked down, her tone softening. "I love children. My dream has always been to be a mother, a woman who cares, who builds a home filled with love. I've always wanted that more than anything." Chris watched her in silence, admiration glowing in his eyes. "What about work?" he asked gently. Them. "Oh, work," she said with a thoughtful smile. "I can do many things.